Today I'm going to teach you guys how you can add fake fireworks in the background and sky of your video. Let's go. My name is Devin Huynh, welcome to 11% Tutorials. We're going to be going over a visual effects breakdown of how to add fireworks in the background of your video, just like this Post Malone music video. It's a really simple effect to create. All you'll be needing today is After Effects. Let's go. All right guys, so now that we're inside of After Effects, we have this clip right here from the music video, and what we're going to do first is we're going to go to our tracker. We're going to hit track camera, and just make sure the number one thing is very important. You have to make sure that your composition settings are the exact same size as your video, or else the tracking won't work. Once it's done, finished tracking, you're going to get a bunch of what I like to call the 3D flowers. These are my favorite part of After Effects. I don't know, they just look very cool. That's all. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and create a camera. We're going to click that create camera button. You're going to see a new 3D tracker camera has appeared in our timeline. Now it comes for the fireworks. Now this part, we can accomplish this effect two ways. The first way is going to be through rotoscoping, and the second way is going to be through Luma key. So it really depends on what type of clip you have here. Our clip right here is really perfect for Luma key because we have a black sky that we can just easily remove. But if you have like a brighter sky or maybe like different colors, you know, depends on your subject, you might have to rotoscope. So we're going to show you both of those methods, but first let's go ahead and add our fireworks. So right here I have this little like firework overlay that I've downloaded off of YouTube, link below in the description. I'm going to drag this on our very bottommost layer. Let's go ahead and turn off the visuals, the visibility on both of our top two layers. Honestly, this is a really good overlay just for this effect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click this 3D cube icon right here to link it to our camera. You're going to see this little outline box appears over our camera, and that means it's linked. It's now a 3D object. Now we're going to go ahead and turn the visibility back on of our top two layers. And now I want you to pay attention very carefully because you might run into this error. Now that we have our camera showing, if we zoom out, you're going to see that our firework layer right here, which is this layer right here, is like zooming out, and it's basically in front of the camera, and because the camera's moving in, it's just zooming way past the fireworks because it's a 3D object. So what I'm first going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and scale this firework layer all the way back, like way back there. Just make it really small because it is really up in front of the camera in terms of 3D space. Then I'm going to hold shift and scale it up just a little bit, and let's see how that tracks a little bit more. Okay, boom, there you go. Now we have a better tracking. I might even move it back even just a little bit more and scale it up a little bit more so that we just have a better track camera. We just want to make sure that the fireworks are actually placed in 3D space behind our subjects and in the sky, as if they're actually in the sky. You can go ahead and adjust that scale, just that rotation, just so it's not too warped. And now it's time to move on to our first method of removing the background sky, which is going to be the Luma key. So I know it's kind of really hard to tell what's going on just because we can't really see behind this layer, but now with this Luma key effect, depending on your clip, of course, if you have a black sky, we're going to apply that to our video, and all you're going to do is increase the threshold just a tad bit, and now you can see if we play out our video, boom, we have some fireworks behind our subject in the sky. Now, what Luma key basically does is it gets rid of all the black dark areas. So if you have some areas like right here on his shirt, might be a little bit too dark, then it might not work, but you can just go ahead and adjust the threshold and it should do a pretty good job. And then of course I always recommend increasing the feather edge just so we have a more smoother natural look, and boom, if we play that out, we have a nice looking firework track effect. Fireworks look like they're actually placed in 3D space in the sky, and it overall just looks pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and move on to the rotoscope method. For example, if you have a not so dark sky and you actually have issues with the Luma key, just go ahead and delete that Luma key. And now what we're going to do is we're going to first duplicate the video clip layer that we have by hitting Command Shift D on After Effects. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to double click, make sure to select on the top layer, by the way, double click on this top layer. I'm going to grab my roto brush tool and I'm just going to go ahead and draw over my subject. If you don't know how to rotoscope, we actually have this tutorial right here, which you can check out, which teaches you everything about rotoscoping in After Effects. But all you basically do is just color in green over the subject area that you want to select and move along in the timeline. Now, if you encounter this yellow error right here, which is on the bottom of my screen, it's really easy, simple fix. You just have to match the frame rate. So all you have to do is come to composition, go to composition settings, and then change your frame rate to whatever the requested frame rate is. So this one is 23.976, which is the standard film cinema frame rate. And then boom, the error message is gone. Now all you have to do is rotoscope your subject and the ground and everything that you don't want the fireworks to show on, and After Effects will do a pretty good job of tracking it. And let's just go ahead and scroll along in the timeline. And now once you're done rotoscoping and you have all your subjects selected, just hit the freeze icon, and After Effects is going to go ahead and lock in all your rotoscoping just in case, for say anything happens, After Effects crashes and you lose all your rotoscoping. And now we can go back to our main composition setting by clicking this composition in the top left hand corner, and now we have a nice rotoscope layer. All you have to do is drag your fireworks in between the bottom layer and rotoscope layer. So you can see now we have the fireworks in the background of the sky. In our case example, the rotoscoping wasn't entirely the best method just because our scene was pretty dark, and Luma key honestly works better, but it really depends on your scene. Of course, don't copy this tutorial down to the nitty-gritty details. Just make it your own, apply your own effects, and make it look cool. And of course, you can replace these fireworks with any background visualizer you want. We have another tutorial on how you can add like planets and space and stars and stuff in the background sky. So just a bunch of cool stuff I recommend checking out. And if you want some more cooler visual effects overlays and backgrounds, we actually have a bunch of crazy presets at our store 11%.net. We have Chrome 3D visual effects overlays, mixed media, texture packs, title cards, just a bunch of crazy assets that will help save you time in editing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, you can check it out at 11%.net. With that, guys, here's the final result. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you again so much for watching. If you managed to find any help or value from this video, please be sure to smash the like button and hit subscribe. It's free. All this content is free, so really, it'd mean the world to me. And of course, once again, if you're looking to speed up your editing workflow and add some extra visual effects spice to your video projects, definitely make sure to check out our presets at 11%.net. There we have presets ranging from title card templates, glowing Chrome 3D effects, mixed media paint effects, and a bunch more. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, you can check it all out at 11%.net. Once again, I just want to say thank you again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.